The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga is a darkly comic and gritty novel that won the Man Booker Prize in 2008. It explores themes of class struggle, corruption, and the social and economic inequalities of modern India. The novel is narrated by its protagonist, Balram Halwai, in the form of letters written to the Chinese premier, where he recounts his life story, from being a poor villager to becoming a successful entrepreneur in Bangalore. Summary of the White Tiger. Balram Halwai, born in the village of Laxmanga, is from a low-caste family, and his life seems to be destined for poverty and subservience. His sharp intelligence earns him the nickname the White Tiger, a rare animal in the jungle, symbolizing his uniqueness in breaking free from the conventional social chains. Balram becomes a driver for Ashok, a wealthy young man, and his wife Pinky Madam, who return from America to India. Balram witnesses the corruption, decadence, and servitude within India's upper class, and as he drives Ashok around Delhi, he learns the ins and outs of their world. He eventually rebels against his servile role by murdering Ashok and stealing a large sum of money, which allows him to start his own taxi business. The novel explores how Balram justifies his actions as necessary to escape the rooster coop of poverty and to ascend to a life of freedom, at any cost. Key characters: Balram Halwai, the protagonist and narrator of the novel. Born into poverty, Balram is resourceful and ambitious, striving to rise above his social position. His journey from a loyal servant to a ruthless entrepreneur reflects his desire to break free from India's rigid caste system. He represents the disillusioned and rebellious underclass seeking to claim power in a corrupt society. Ashok, Balram's employer, who represents the wealthy, foreign-educated Indian elite. He is depicted as kind and conflicted, but also naive about the deep inequalities and corruption of Indian society. His character highlights the hypocrisy of the upper class in India. Pinky Madam, Ashok's wife, who is uncomfortable with the oppressive class system, and is critical of India's backwardness compared to the West. Her dissatisfaction and eventual departure from India symbolize the clash between traditional Indian values and Western ideals. The Stork, Ashok's father, a ruthless landlord in Laxmanga, who represents the entrenched system of corruption and exploitation of the poor. He is part of the wealthy class that Balram both serves and resents. Vikram Halwai, Balram's father, a poor rickshaw puller who dreams of a better life for his son but is ultimately beaten down by the system. His death from tuberculosis, due to the lack of medical care, motivates Balram's determination to escape poverty. Themes: class struggle. The White Tiger delves deeply into the vast gap between India's wealthy elite and the poor. Balram's journey is a critique of the system that traps the underprivileged in perpetual servitude, while the rich thrive on their labor. Corruption and morality. The novel showcases the widespread corruption in both the private and public sectors. Balram's moral dilemma, killing his master to rise in life, forces readers to reflect on whether the end justifies the means in a corrupt society. Servitude and rebellion. Balram's transformation from a loyal servant to a murderer and successful businessman represents the fight against the rooster coop, a metaphor for the social and economic cage that keeps the poor subdued and obedient. Freedom and individualism. Balram sees himself as an exception, a white tiger who breaks free from traditional social constraints. His ascent is a dark commentary on the sacrifices individuals may make in the quest for personal freedom. Significance. The White Tiger offers a sharp critique of contemporary India, portraying the country's rapid economic growth alongside its deep-rooted social inequalities. The novel challenges the romanticized vision of India by shedding light on the harsh realities faced by the lower classes, and how some individuals may resort to violence and crime to escape their circumstances. Balram's narrative style, witty, cynical, and unapologetic, gives the novel its darkly humorous tone, while the social commentary is stark and thought-provoking. Subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive updates.